Before Michael Jackson arrives, workmen have been busy putting together the concert stage at the Adelaide Oval.
The Michael Jackson show began rolling into town this morning. Workmen braved the elements, transforming the hallowed Adelaide Oval turf for the Jackson extravaganza. 480 tonnes of stage and sound equipment were transported into the ground. Road crews will put the finishing touches to the spectacular set tomorrow.
It'll be nothing like you've ever seen before. Michael is the ultimate performer, the ultimate showman.
After no doubt wooing a sellout crowd in Melbourne tonight, the self-proclaimed King of Pop will arrive in town tomorrow. Adelaide fans can catch the pop star for the first time in the flesh when his private jet touches down at Adelaide Airport at 2 p.m. Promoters expect hundreds of fans will flock to the Hyatt tomorrow to catch a glimpse of their idol, and they won't be disappointed. The controversial pop star will mingle for 15 minutes outside the hotel while being entertained by various local artists. And just to make sure Michael's personal space isn't invaded, 100 security officers will be on hand to control the crowd. The Jackson minders aren't leaving any ground unturned, checking and double-checking Jackson's planned path. But once Jackson enters his penthouse suite, fans won't see the pop recluse until he leaves for Tuesday night's 2.5-hour performance.
He likes to stay in the hotel because he likes to rest. And when you see the performance, you can understand why.
Michelle Stamper, National 9 News.
A reception for superstar Michael Jackson. Paul Macon joins us now live from the Hyatt Hotel. And Paul, the fans even got to see that famous face without the mask?
Exactly, Nikki, and it was good also for all the television crews and all the photographers as well, because, you know, in other states he's had that mask on, and here in South Australia, in Adelaide, he's left the mask off. It might be that we're unpolluted. It's a beautiful city, clean air. Let's plug the old Adelaide city, whereas other states, of course, with the pollution, he was always wearing that mask. But earlier today here, pandemonium. There's some girls here now hanging around, maybe 30 or so in front of the hotel, but that wasn't the case this afternoon. And really today, as a Michael Jackson fan, you had to make a decision. It was all right for the camera crews who had cameras galore to cover airport and the city, but if you were a fan, you had a big decision to make. The city or the airport?
Tell me what has become of my life. I have a wife and 2 children to love me.
He's been labelled the greatest performing artist of our time. It's a huge rap, but it's also pretty difficult to argue with. Even the harshest critics of his lifestyle have been unanimous. His live show is extraordinary.
Set me free.
Today, the Michael Jackson show rolled into Adelaide. He arrived by plane with his massive security personnel. Fans had a big decision to make: stake out the airport or his hotel for their best chance of seeing their idol. The Hyatt Hotel on North Terrace was definitely the place to be. Unlike other pop stars that go into their hotels via the back door, Michael insisted on being dropped off at North Terrace so he could walk up the path to the front door, giving everyone a chance to see him up close. Local dance troupe Raw Ranks were hoping that Michael will be entertained. They succeeded. He met with local Aboriginal children who presented the superstar with gifts. He even had a chance to see some of our local wildlife. Inside the Hyatt, he was greeted by the Pembroke School's Year 7 choir. They sang for Michael the song, "Teach the Child, Touch the Future." Well, of course, that was the Pembroke School Choir. I've got some Mary McKillop ladies here at the moment, and they're amongst about 30 or 40 people that are hanging around the hotel at the moment. Guess you're hoping to get a glimpse a little bit later, I suppose?
Yes.
Yeah, you're hoping. The word is he comes out around about 4 o'clock looking for a video. I mean, that's what the big clue here is at the moment. I can also tell you he's up on the 24th floor at the moment, probably looking the opposite direction towards the north. But the crew, his security people and the dancers have taken up over more than 100 rooms up in the Hyatt there tonight. So, like everybody else, I guess you're hoping for a glimpse. And would you like, if Michael is watching right now, what would you say to him?
Michael, we love you!
Yeah, I think he gets the message. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Paul. Should be a spectacular show tomorrow night.
Neighbours royalty as he arrived for his first ever concert in Adelaide. Hundreds of security staff and police surrounded the Hyatt Hotel, attempting to control traffic, and thousands of Jacko fans.
The Jackson juggernaut touched down at Adelaide's International Terminal just after 2 p.m, the temporarily unmasked one disembarking to the usual adoring reception. His publicist says Jackson hates the hype of luxury limos, preferring the anonymity of the family Tarago. But for someone many regard as the world's most recognisable figure, anonymity is an impossible ask. North Terrace came to a virtual standstill, traffic giving way to teenage adulation. Jackson's offstage manner is far removed from the dynamic performer. Die-hard fans couldn't care less. The daunting prospect of entertaining the entertainer fell to dance troupe Raw Angst. And inside the hotel to the Pembroke School Choir. But why all the fuss? A child pop prodigy, Jackson was crowned King of Pop with the mid-80s releases Bad and Thriller. Since then, his public persona has been contorted by extensive plastic surgery and allegations of child sex abuse.
I just want the fans to know and to understand that it's not the truth. 99.9% of it is not the truth. And don't read it, don't believe it, it's garbage.
The massive stage at Adelaide Oval is virtually complete. Of the venue's 25,000 capacity, nearly 1,000 tickets are still available. His critics may call him the weird one, but whether you think he's Jacko or just plain wacko, whether he's black or white, no one disputes the 38-year-old Peter Pan of Pop's ability to put on a show. Philip Wilmington, National 9 News.
And Phil Wilmington's outside the Hyatt right now. Phil, are the fans still there?
Rob, it's only the die-hard fans here now. Michael Jackson is firmly ensconced in his top floor apartment. His entourage takes up the entire top floors of the Hyatt Hotel. The bad news for fans of Michael Jackson is he's not expected to leave the hotel again until 6:30 tomorrow evening, when he'll travel to the Adelaide Oval to prepare for tomorrow night's concert. His publicist tells me Michael Jackson...
Well, Michael, finally I can say welcome to Australia, and whether you like it or not, being the King of Pop and the biggest recording star in the world, what is your philosophy of staying at the top?
Well, I think being humble and believing in yourself and having true love in your heart for the world, and really trying to help people through lyrics and the love of music and dance, because I truly do love people very much.
Realizing that, but does it not put pressure on you? I mean, that you have to be...
Well, it always...
holds you in such esteem, you know?
It always does. The next album has to be better than the other.
Well, how do you cope with all the hysteria? I mean, wherever you go, whether it's London, whether it's Munich, whether it's New York, whether it's Bangkok, whether it's Japan, and even here in Australia, how do you cope with the hysteria?
I know it's all love, so it makes my heart very happy. And I like to give it back, you know, through however I can give. And it puts a smile on my face to see all the children and all the teenagers and the adults, the demographics. It makes my heart very, very happy. I love them. I love all the fans very much.
Well, coping with the hysteria, I mean, I can't cope with it. I mean, watching all of this going on around, I mean, the press have been absolutely manic. It's been manic mania. Can I ask you, do you ever relax? Does Michael Jackson ever relax? Because I know you're a workaholic.
Yes, I am a workaholic. I don't relax, really. I don't sleep a lot. I like to continually, my mind never stops. I'm always creating. I never stop. But I love a good water balloon fight or, you know, playing around, goofing off, Nintendo games, arcades.
Now, Michael, I have to ask you this question. Being possibly the biggest profile in the world, I guess Princess Diana matches you. You read all these amazing stories about Michael Jackson. I mean, I don't know whether they're true or not. You read that Michael Jackson's a weirdo. You read that Michael Jackson's bizarre. You read that he's done this, he's done that. Now, I know some of those stories are not true because, I mean, even I was accused of being at your wedding, and I knew that wasn't true. But how do you cope? How do you feel about all the stories that are written about you?
It's very sad. I just want the fans to know and to understand that it's not the truth. 99.9% of it is not the truth. And don't read it, don't believe it, it's garbage. It's tabloid junk. I mean, they just simply make it up for greed and money. So please don't listen to it. It's trash.
Well, now, there's one more question I've got to ask you. This is about a personal friend of yours, but I have got to ask you this question. I am a Stephen King fanatic. I have every book that possibly Stephen King has written.
Yeah.
You can say, mind your own business. No. And I know you've done Ghost with him, and I think that's a sensational piece of work.
Thank you.
I mean, did you enjoy doing that?
Very much, yes, yes.
I mean, that skeleton, I mean, that blew me right up. You know?
Were you there at the premiere?
No, but I've seen it at home, you know? Oh. It's just amazing. Can I ask you, what is Stephen King like?
Stephen King is a very gentle, sweet, kind man. I mean, the profile that we see in the books and in his works, and he's nothing like that. He's very humble. A lot of people try to judge me the same way, but I'm pretty simple. I love to create. I love to make magic. I love to create the unexpected, you know. And Stephen, he's just wonderful. He's not bizarre or strange or weird. He's a loving person.
And great to work with.
Great to work with. We together, he and I wrote Ghost, and we had fun doing it.
All right, now listen, I never normally ask for autographs, but this is a Stephen King book, and it's called Insomnia, and I'm sure that over the last week I've had no sleep thinking about the Michael Jackson thing. Can you please sign this book?
Sure.
Of Stephen King's for me?
Sure. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you,
Enjoy
Molly.
Australia.
Thank you.
And we look forward to more work from Michael Jackson, more records.
Thank you.
And being, you know, the biggest star, if they're not the biggest star in the world, and entertaining everyone.
All my love to everyone.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello to all my fans in Australia. I really look forward to seeing you all next month. I love you all. Goodbye.
The greatest performing artist of our time in the greatest show of all time. Michael Jackson, live in Australia on the History World Tour. Adelaide Oval, Tuesday.
Jackson fever. The superstar and his entourage jetted into town this afternoon aboard a private charter jet. The normally shy King of Pop was surprisingly relaxed and friendly, much to the delight of his many Adelaide fans. Tricia Karp is in the thick of the Jackson frenzy. She joins us now. Tricia?
Well, Jane, it is much quieter here than it was a few hours ago. Michael Jackson's apparently in his room resting at the moment, and I'm told he is not planning on going out tonight. Now, he flew in today without his new wife, Debbie, who's apparently on her way back to America. 20 minutes late, hiding under an umbrella and without his trademark mask. But Michael Jackson was looking remarkably relaxed. It was only a small crowd at the international airport. Jackson was expected to step straight into a waiting Tarago, but instead he headed across the tarmac to see fans, a security guard picking up one young child and carrying him over to meet the star. But the little boy didn't seem at all interested, not until his family brought him back. Jackson then strolled over to see more fans squashed up against a gate, stopping to sign some autographs. Another quick wave, then it was into the waiting car on course to the Hyatt Hotel. Umbrella still in hand, he stopped to watch some Aboriginal dancers who he'd asked to perform for him. Obviously having a good time and still looking completely at ease, Jackson spoke to some Aboriginal people, touching one child.
We couldn't believe we've seen him. We're happy that we've seen him. I'm really happy.
He then moved along a line of more Aboriginal children.
Nice to see you. Hello. You have a great country.
And just when everyone thought he'd go inside, Jackson broke away from the main crowd and went over to see fans crowding next to the casino. It was all just too much for some people, and not everyone walked away happy.
He just walked up halfway and then he didn't come, and I was devastated. Because I just thought I was going to meet him. I was so certain.
At the front door, security staff held back emotional fans, but one lucky fan got some special treatment.
Thank you, Michael. Beautiful.
A singing superstar he may be, but he was still keen to have a listen to the Pembroke Year 7 school choir. Then it was up to the presidential suite for a rest.
Now, I'm told Jackson has summoned that famous doctor to the stars, Deepak Chopra, to his room for a consultation. Now, they're long-time friends, so we don't know if Jackson's sick or it's just a social call. But we'll keep an eye on his movements tonight, and we'll show you more tomorrow night. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Tricia.
The Rocks. While here in Adelaide, a security lapse saw Jacko mobbed by hundreds of adoring fans.
Michael Jackson leaves Adelaide with his latest marriage under a cloud.
Michael, is it true Daddy wants a divorce?
Reports from the United States say his wife of just 2 weeks, nurse Debbie Rowe, wants a divorce because Jackson left her to visit a Sydney zoo on their wedding night. There were more problems today when Jackson made an impromptu autograph stop. He was mobbed, security guards and police unable to hold back the adoring crowd, fans grabbing and touching the superstar. It was similarly chaotic last night as the superstar left for his concert. More than 30,000 tickets were sold for Adelaide's one and only Jacko show, but getting close came at a price, the best seats, $160. The cheapest on Montefiore Hill, where you could hear Jacko unplugged.
Billie Jean is not my lover.
Jackson's latest songs are a defiant reply to the scandal of those child sex abuse allegations. But Jackson's pulling power, at least down under, appears undiminished. Thousands upon thousands trying every vantage point. A spectacular finish sparking a flood of instant reviews.
Showtime! Fantastic! A beautiful shot!
The show was over. But as today's impromptu performance indicates, the superstar has given fans in Adelaide more than those in any other capital.
Michael Jackson's publicity people say the superstar regards last night's concert as his best in it.
It wasn't for the star of the show.
Michael Jackson's arrival in Adelaide yesterday was a frenzied and noisy affair. Today, in contrast, at the Hyatt, where Michael is staying, there was only a handful of die-hard fans, hoping to catch a glimpse of the superstar when he leaves the hotel for his concert.
Yep, went home for a couple of hours sleep last night and back again this morning.
So you're on Michael Jackson watch?
We are, definitely. Yep, straight out legend, king of pop, king of entertainment.
10-year-old Nikita here was lucky enough yesterday to get the King of Pop to sign his banner.
I jumped over the barrier and just went up to him.
You jumped the barrier? You're not supposed to do that.
The security guys let me.
Michael Jackson actually booked out a whole cinema here at the Academy Complex in Hindmarsh Square to see the film Shine. His entourage turned up, but not Michael. He was back at the Hyatt, asleep.
Yeah, we had his managers here, the security all showed up. We had some of the actual band, including one of the lead guitarists. But Michael, no show. You know, he wanted to see the film, desperate to see the film. So we organised to put it on for him.
Not that desperate, obviously.
Unfortunately.
One person who's also at the Hyatt on a 24-hour basis is Benson Limousine's Steve Laybourne. He's Michael Jackson's driver while he's in town.
I'll be the one who drives him to the concert and the one that'll take him back to the airport.
Do you know how many people would love to have your job?
Lots of people, I would guess.
It's a good job.
Oh, it is, yes, yeah. It's excellent.
That is the seat.
Well, that's the seat, yes. That's where Michael sat.
And this is my seat for the Michael Jackson concert here at the Adelaide Oval. Oh, what a view. The last of the boards are being put down to protect the Adelaide Oval surface, and the roadies, both Michaels and locals, are putting the finishing touch to that massive stage. The real Michael Jackson will make history here at the Adelaide Oval in about 3 hours' time.
Still to come, begun construction for next week's Michael Jackson concert. With 1,200 tonnes of equipment to be installed, extra care is being taken to protect the Oval's precious turf.
The first of 20,000 seats have been methodically placed into position at the Oval's scoreboard end. Jackson will play to the packed venue on Tuesday evening. Oval officials supervise the army of roadies and casual labourers employed to assemble the concert site. With cricket season just beginning, there are concerns the ground may be damaged, as happened at the Sydney venue.
We are actually putting a cover on the cricket pitch, then we're putting boards on top of that, marine ply on top of that, then synthetic grass on top of that, and then the seating.
This large demountable platform will protect the turf from the impact of heavy vehicles and cranes used to erect the 10-ton stage. By the time the show begins, the protective platform will have been assembled and pulled apart 5 times. Almost as soon as the singer walks off stage, the roadies will be back here dismantling the elaborate system. By Friday, there'll be a game of Sheffield Shield cricket being played here.